moral values do not exist. But we believe that values are objective. We know that rape is objectively wrong. We know that murder is objectively wrong. We know the Holocaust was objectively wrong. But if you don't believe in a God, conceptually, you cannot say it was objective, only subjective. This doesn't mean atheists or humanists, they don't have good morals and they can't live a good life. Of course they can. But from an ideas point of view, you can never claim that rape is bad objectively. And you can never claim that the Holocaust was objectively wrong. And I'll give you the following examples. Before I do that, let's hit something from the late Professor J.L. Mackie of Oxford University, one of the most influential atheists. He says, actually he admitted, if there are objective values, they make the existence of God more probable than would have been without them. Thus, we have a defensible argument from morality to the existence of God. But I have to repeat, it doesn't mean atheists and humanists do not have moral behavior. But it means if you don't believe in a God, you can't claim that these morals are objective. You can't say rape is actually good or bad, objectively. You can say it's relatively good or bad. And this is a problem because all inside us, we believe these things are objectively wrong. So without God, there's only two ways to try and prove in objective morals. One is biology or evolution, and two is the social pressure, the influential ideas in society. But let's take the first one. Can we take evolution as a basis to prove that there is objective morals? No, we can't. Because what is evolution? Evolution says that human beings are just accidental byproducts of a lengthy evolutionary process. And our morals have evolved just like our ears or teeth. And similarly, you may argue, well, human beings are different from animals. No, not from a biological perspective, because evolution says that we're just like animals. And animals have no moral sphere. There's no moral paradigm when it comes to animals. Because when we see a cat plays with the mouse and scratches its eyes out and rips its brains out and eats it alive, we don't say the cat is behaving immorally. We just say he's acting according to his instincts. Similarly, evolution says exactly the same thing. For example, nicely put, the professor of science, Michael Rules, he explains, morality is a biological adaptation no less than our hands, feet and teeth. Considered as a rationally justifiable set of claims about an objective something, ethics, in other words morality, is illusionary. It's an illusion. I appreciate that when somebody says, love thy neighbor as thyself, they think they're referring above and beyond themselves. Nevertheless, such reference is truly without foundation. Morality is just an aid to survival and reproduction, and any deeper meaning is an illusion. This is what they believe in if you believe that morality comes from evolution. It has no objective basis. Secondly, can we claim social pressure? Can we claim, well, there's a consensus, an ijma' in Arabic, yeah? A consensus in society that says what's morally right or wrong. But there's huge problems in this. Because some of the actions that we do today in the 21st century will be despicable 40 or 30 years ago. Because the influential ideas in the society has shaped society in a different way. So, society is relative. Morals are relative from a social pressure point of view. They can never claim they're objectively wrong or objectively right, these actions. Similarly, if we believe that the basis of morality is just social pressure, then that means you would have to agree that the Holocaust was good if you believe in this approach. Because it was just social pressure. Because wasn't it social pressure in the 1930s and 40s that all the Germans came together to agree as a consensus that it was morally right to kill 6 million Jews? So we could never say that the basis of morality is just social pressure. So that's why I argue, if you don't believe in a God, you can never claim in objective morality. Because you have these two options, biology, evolution, or social pressure. And we just discussed, they cannot be a firm, rational foundation for objective morals. So Philip Nathan today can never claim that killing is actually objectively wrong, or objectively good. Because where is the basis? Where is the conceptual anchor that transcends human subjectivity? Only God can do that. So we could summarize the argument as follows. 1. If God does not exist, objective moral values do not exist. 2. We know objective moral values do exist. 3. Therefore, God exists. So I think in order for us to have a very positive discussion today, I think what Philip Nathan must do, in my opinion, I'm not telling him how to debate, is go away from emotions. I've had many debates with humanists and he always gets into a religious, emotional argument. I want it to be very nice and clinical so we get to understand the ideas behind if God exists or not the emotional ideas. So I think he has to address some of the arguments I've posed today. And let me just summarize all the arguments. The first argument of the beginning of the universe was, 1, whatever begins to exist has a cause. 2, the universe began to exist. 3, therefore the universe has a cause. The second argument was about fine-tuning, and it went as follows. 1, the fine-tuning of the universe is due to physical necessity, chance or design. 2, it is not due to physical necessity, chance or design. 3, therefore it's due to supernatural design. And the last argument, the third argument about morality, went as follows. 1, if God does not exist, objective moral values do not exist either. 2, but we believe that rape and killing is objectively morally wrong. We believe in objective moral values. 3, therefore God does exist. These are the very basic premises I've used, and I think Philip Nathan needs to address them as best as he can. Anything that I've said that's wrong or offensive has come from my ego. Anything that I've said that's good and correct has come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Unquestionably, indeed, all praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jazakallah khair for listening.
Right, that was the argument of Hamza. Now Philip Nathan will come on for 25 minutes max to give his side of the argument before we move on to rebuttals. So I'll call Philip Nathan to the stand, please. What was the premise? The plastic box.
Oh.
Hello everyone.
Hi.
Thank you, Hans. That was really interesting, erudite, and very complex, if I must say so, because I think I'm going to need some sort of greater explanation of some of the things you said. Forgive me if I sort of stick to my own agenda and what I plan to say rather than responding to the one that you kindly suggested that I should follow. Yes, I'm media officer for North East Humanists. We're the largest local humanist organisation in the country outside of London. We're part of the British Humanist Association, and we're also affiliated with the International Humanist Ethical Movement. I have a feeling maybe there aren't many humanists in the room this evening. Okay. So let me just say a little bit about what humanism is about. Humanism is about living a good and a happy, fulfilling life without religion. Okay? It's about living a life based on reason. It's about living life, enjoying our lives, helping our communities, working together with other people. We believe in using evidence, making reasonable assumptions, what we feel are reasonable assumptions about life. And we believe in working together to support the happiness and well-being of all other people. I suppose, what does that mean in reality? It means that locally we support various charities, including working for refugees. We oppose racist organisations like the British National Party. We work in our communities and support organisations like Amnesty International. And we socialise, and we enjoy ourselves together and have garden parties and things like that. We're concerned with the well-being and happiness of all humanity, but we believe this happiness, this well-being, can be achieved best by human effort alone. So humanists believe that we have one life. This is it. We're living it now. We don't see any evidence for life after death. We think this is it. We don't believe in reincarnation. We don't think there's any other worlds that we're going to visit after we die. This is it. We go into the ground. We have to live our life now and live it well now. We believe experience and reason provide the best way, the best approach to living a happy and successful life. So humanists don't believe